King Ricochet is unrealistic. But what Joe doesn't understand is that my entire career has been about redefining what's possible. And tonight, Joe thinks that advancing past me is a certainty. But to me, that is a reality that I am not willing to accept.
So I want to take a look at what these men have accomplished so far in the tournament. In the first round, Samoa Joe knocked off Cesaro. Ricochet beat Drew McIntyre. Both men earning the opportunity in the quarterfinals tonight. Winner to head to the Garden next week to take on Corbin in the semifinals. Joe Ricochet underway in King of the Ring.
Look at the focus in Ricochet's eyes as he's ready to do battle with Joe.
Same that can be said for Samoa Joe. Joe realizes what's at stake, what it would mean for Samoa Joe's already illustrious career to be crowned King of the Ring. Ricochet said he's not prepared to accept the reality where Samoa Joe is king. Unfortunately for Ricochet, that may not be up to him.
Samoa Joe with a trying joint manipulation to start this matchup off. Ricochet now working on the left arm of Samoa Joe. Ricochet going to look to fly high, use his speed. Joe, of course, his power in this match.
Yeah, but don't discount the speed possessed by Samoa Joe. Joe truly made a name for himself in this business by competing against some high flyers, the AJ Styles
Joe's
of the world.
quick.
Joe is sudden when he needs to be.
Joe's quick, he's incredibly powerful.
And now wearing down Ricochet. Look at the smile on Joe's face, almost a sinister smile as he continues to punish the high flyer.
I think it's only a matter of time before Samoa Joe stands atop this entire industry.
If you're Ricochet, Corey, what do you do to try to knock off Joe here tonight?
Ricochet needs to try to stick and move, but that said, Samoa Joe is such a proficient striker, it's a lot easier said than done.
If you're Ricochet, do you go back to the book of the game plan you used against the big Drew McIntyre?
I think Ricochet stunned a lot of people, myself included, with his performance against Drew McIntyre. Perhaps, but you would have to imagine Samoa Joe certainly did his homework. Joe studied up on what Ricochet did against a Drew McIntyre. Joe is as prepared as a superstar can be. And Joe is an entirely different competitor than Drew McIntyre. Drew, yes, is a hybrid athlete, but it was a different blend of size, speed, power. Joe is a submission master. Joe knows so many different ways to hurt you.
And what a huge upset that was over Drew McIntyre. Cole, you and I both picked Drew to go the distance in the King of the Ring.
Samoa Joe right to the leg, smart again. Great strategy by Joe. Joe, you take the legs out of Ricochet, you take away that aerial ability.
Severely limit the offense Ricochet is capable of.
And went for
Look at the crowd of Joe.
Oh, no!
Got the ankle kick. Joe looking for a knee bar. Ricochet, luckily, close to the bottom rope.
For a third time, Joe went to strike the leg of Ricochet. Ricochet looked to counter, and Joe so quick, bringing Ricochet down.
That's the aforementioned speed possessed by Samoa Joe. Deceptively fast.
You want to take away that speed from Ricochet? Joe just keeps working away on his leg.
And I think sometimes you get lost in the translation when you watch Joe work is the fact that he's a great technical grappler.
And Joe chooses to be methodical. Samoa Joe enjoys slowing down a pace and imposing his will on an opponent.
And again, focusing on the left knee of Ricochet. Take the leg out, take away the offense. And that chop flooring Ricochet, and again, the smile on the face of the sadistic Samoa Joe.
And I don't think Samoa Joe's face as soon as he steps in the ring. I mean, he just goes to a different place. He turns into a different man.
I don't think people realize the effect of taking out a competitor's legs, how severely it limits your offense. More so than just aerial ability. The ability to plant your feet, to throw your hands, which Ricochet's doing right now. It truly can weaken every aspect of your game.
And I think moments ago, Samoa Joe inadvertently got hit in the eye by Ricochet, and it stunned him for a moment. Now Ricochet looking to take advantage.
Ricochet's going to have to try to exploit any opening he possibly finds.
Not enough strength to get Joe down on that one.
Yeah, but quickness by Ricochet to roll out of harm's way, and now Samoa Joe. And Joe hit hard. Joe hit really hard.
That was nasty. Joe completely unable to protect himself on the way out. Here comes Ricochet giving chase.
Off the apron.
Oh, my. Good God.
Landed on his feet. Samoa Joe ran into a boot to the midsection. Ricochet off the barricade. Caught by... Joe thought he had him caught. But Ricochet used his forward momentum to take Samoa Joe down.
I think that was Joe's instinct. You could see Joe widen his base, try to catch Ricochet, stop the momentum, but just too much height. And this is where it all started. Joe crashing all the way down to the outside. Ricochet taking full advantage.
Ricochet into the ring now. Middle of the ring with Samoa Joe.
You get to see these hands of Ricochet come into play. It's not just speed and agility with this man.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to get into a punching contest with Samoa Joe.
You're not smart.
Joe hanging Ricochet up on the top rope. And now Samoa Joe has Ricochet where he wants him.
Knees crossed, knees crossed.
Oh my goodness! Again working on the knees of Ricochet. And Ricochet just writhing in agony.
Joe just taking in his handiwork across the ring.
The sadistics look in the eyes of Samoa Joe, staring down his fallen prey in Ricochet.
This is just a tremendous just a great blueprint for this matchup. Great strategy, does his homework.
Samoa Joe's nothing short of an assassin from belt to belt.
You take another look at the move to the knees, and now look at continuing to focus on the leg of Ricochet. Now a half crab as Ricochet makes it to the bottom rope. It's going to force a break, but Joe the veteran going to use almost the entire 5 count there to continue the punishment.
This is truly Samoa Joe's wheelhouse. This pace, this methodical pace. Joe is, such a cerebral competitor. It's like playing a game of chess when you watch Samoa Joe compete. He's thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead.
Joe's just such a warrior through and through.
Nasty straight headbutt from Samoa Joe.
See Ricochet still hobbled, able to post on the leg for the moment.
Well, Ricochet's still so impressive, even in these times when his legs just beating him away at Joe.
And now moonsault by Ricochet. Caught him center of the ring. Is it enough to put him away? Hooks the inside leg now on Joe and a near fall.
Ricochet had trouble even hooking the massive leg of Samoa Joe. Ricochet unable to put his full body weight across the shoulders of Joe to keep... Oh, God.
And again, Ricochet. He's taking the fight to Samoa Joe here. Pace has been at a pace, though, I think Samoa Joe would like. Ricochet needs to pick it up a little bit. Oh, hurt the knee. Landed hard on the bad knee. It's Joe landed it with a Uranagi.
Sit down.
Ricochet is turned inside out.
And watch this now. Samoa Joe into the barricade.
Exploder suplex flattened Ricochet.
And now Joe just hoping to just maybe drag Ricochet in the ring and put this one away, or maybe he'll take a count-out victory.
First, the standing Uranagi just planting Ricochet in the corner of the ring, and Joe offering no rest for his opponent tonight, launching a high flyer into the barricade. I think we could be nearing the end of Ricochet's run to the King of the Ring throne.
Ending a lot of things for Ricochet if he spends much more time in the ring with Joe.
Cover. Is it enough to advance in the tournament? And Ricochet gets the shoulder up. Samoa Joe taking his time at his pace, the pace he wants. Very deliberate, methodical. Ricochet can't even make it back to his feet. He has been punished.
Joe in no particular hurry to end this. Samoa Joe savors the suffering he inflicts on opponents.
A torque on Ricochet's neck here.
Joe just pushing all of his body weight down. Incredible pressure on the neck and shoulders of Ricochet. Able to fight his way out for the moment.
Yeah, trying to create a little bit of space here. Samoa Joe, the what a backdrop! Joe in control. King of the Ring continues. And we are back live on Monday Night Raw. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day holiday. It's the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Earlier tonight, Baron Corbin advanced with a victory over Cedric Alexander. So the winner of this match that is now in the ring, Samoa Joe and Ricochet, will meet Corbin in the semifinals next week live from Madison Square Garden in New York.
To this point, Samoa Joe has done a masterful job of grounding Ricochet.
Oh!
Ricochet just still keeps fighting. That man does not know how to stay down.
Well, he tried a couple of times to rally during the commercial break, wasn't able to. Samoa Joe ran right in to Ricochet, and that stunned Joe momentarily. And Ricochet again looking to somehow rally.
Oh, big connection from Ricochet.
Enziguri has Joe rocked for the moment.
Could this be the opening that Ricochet needs? Joe's down. Can Ricochet capitalize? He's suffered a tremendous amount of punishment, including to his legs, which has taken his aerial offense out of this match for the most part.
Even after all the damage Ricochet's legs have suffered, still impressive hops delivering that drop kick right to the chest of Joe.
Ricochet blocking the right hand, this time ducking underneath, and Ricochet fighting back chop of his own. Connection to Joe. Ricochet trying to somehow knock the big man down again, and that might do it.
Ricochet's starting to roll here.
And Ricochet sustained this momentum. Shoulder to the midsection. Samoa Joe off balance. Ricochet!
Down goes Joe. And Ricochet now fired up.
Beautiful standing shooting star cover.
To advance to the semifinals, and Samoa Joe kicks out at 2, an air fall for Ricochet. Baron Corbin already in the semis. Looks on. He'll face the winner of this match.
Corbin keeping a close eye on potential competitors.
And Samoa Joe You notice?
I think either one of these men will be able to beat Baron Corbin.
Listen, don't go that far, Renee. Don't
I
get
can't
ahead
wait
of
for those
yourself.
semifinals. Let's call it straight down the middle, Graves.
Ricochet top rope. Samoa Joe wounded and in trouble. Ricochet lands at his feet. He has to roll through. And Joe, a power slam. Cover to advance. In the cover with the kick out.
There's that speed of Samoa Joe, just lethal.
That was speed and power. Ricochet just hot pick out of mid-momentum.
You know, the expression we just saw on Samoa Joe's face has become very familiar of people that are in matches against Ricochet. That look of, what do I have to do to put this man away?
Ricochet just keeps fighting, keeps trying to move forward.
Ricochet rolls through, now shoulders down by Joe. Referee in position, count at 2 and a kick out. And Ricochet this time landed with the inverted atomic drop.
That'll stop Ricochet for the moment. Oh, my goodness.
Stunning Joe kick again. Joe's down.
Veteran instincts of Samoa Joe rolling to the outside.